I was still listening to the music. That was listening to the countdown. Hey everybody! Hey, 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 hey! It's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, along with my co-host, the fabulous Little Diva. Hey, Little
Hey, hey,
Diva,
hey.
what's going
Hi
on?
there. Oh,
Happy,
it's
happy
all
Monday.
gravy and rice over here.
Gravy. What?
30 weight rice and gravy. That
That's
mean
pretty.
good.
That's pretty good, boy. You made me hungry. Rice and gravy, brown gravy.
Brown gravy.
Like homemade brown
Like
gravy, like
homemade that 30 weight. I told you my
ooh,
ex was he country boy like you. He called it 30 weight. Make that
ooh,
30 weight gravy.
oh, that's ooh,
It take him to say it though. I don't say it
with
right.
some smothered pork chops. Okay,
Ooh,
all
yes.
right, all right. Ooh, Lord. Hey y'all, boy, look here. She talking about some brown gravy and some rice. You know I got ooh wee,
Country boy, can
boy.
you cook brown gravy?
Yeah, I don't, but yeah, I can.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, you can throw down in the kitchen?
I can cook. I don't have to, but yeah, yeah. Look, I ain't feeding nobody but me. other than other than other than the executive producer and boy, whoo, Lord,
She ain't trying to have no
no. No. Well, you know what? That's the wonderful thing about kids. Is watching them and how they eat and their appetite as they're growing.
mm,
Boy, yeah. She don't mind. She don't mind eating and that's a good thing. She don't mind eating all the time, all the time. So
all the time.
all the time. I like to eat too, so I ain't mad at her.
I do too, but I'm mad at me.
Mm-mm.
But anyway, hey y'all, hey, what's
Hey,
up with
y'all.
this?
Welcome to another edition of Speak on It Monday. And we are here and we are
Monday?
live. It is. I hope, well, let me say this. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. I hope all the mothers had a wonderful Mother's Day. Um, I still send flowers out to each and every y'all. Happy. If y'all didn't get a happy Mother's Day, I'll give you a happy Monday Mother's Day. How about that? All right, that's all I can do for you. All right. I can't go back to Sunday, so I can give you. And look, if y'all would have watched, I gave a video for all the mothers. I gave a Mother's Day video. So I did all I could do. Now I'm done.
You did your part.
I did my part. I did my part. I can't do
We
no
know
more.
you did. We can always count on you for that.
So, how was your weekend? How was your Mother's Day?
I had a fantabulous, wonderful, eventful, happy weekend. I had a great weekend. You know,
That's
and them
good.
crazy people at work be like, "So how was your weekend?" I said, "Well, I always have a fabulous weekend. That's something you don't never have to worry about. Might not be happy here, but my weekend is always fabulous." But
Fabulous.
in all seriousness, I had a great weekend. My youngest daughter came home for the weekend. I didn't know she was leaving that fast. She left this morning.
Okay.
But it kicked off Thursday. A friend of mine, she's actually a coworker, but she's turned into a friend. The world is so small. Come to
Hmm.
find out, she's my cousin's like best friend since elementary school.
Oh
But
wow.
anyway,
Wow.
she had an event to where she, and this is something we're going to get into. She talked about not talked about. She hosted an event that I thought was her birthday party, and she wanted us to bring toiletries so she could give it to people in need. But when I got there and said happy birthday with all my toiletries, she says my birthday is at the end of the month. It's not for my birthday. I was like, oh, I thought you was mixing it all together.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
Anyway, she wanted everyone to bring toiletries, and people really came out. They really brought the toiletries, and it was at a little place called Unwind on Alameda, which I love going to Unwind. It's a small black-owned, female black-owned wine bar.
Oh
And
wow.
you can
Okay.
go up and you can like sit on the roof, and it's just really nice. And they have stairs because I like elevators. They got stairs, so I can walk up
Right.
there. And then so we sat out there. It was supposed to be from like 6:30 to 9:30. We were there till 10:30, like just because I had in my mind, okay, we'll just
Oh
stop
wow.
somewhere else. But we sat there and it was just good conversation. People were watching the game. It was just a really nice, relaxing time. And there was, I think the owner had on like a little music box kind of thing, and we just sat there.
Okay.
And after it rains, that kind of wind that's blowing. It was just very calming. And then Saturday, my kids and I went to the outlet. That was fun. You ain't been to the outlet?
Which one?
The one out 290.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I went and got me
Way
some
out
tea
there.
for these bad
Well,
feet.
I like that's a yeah. I like going out there. Well,
Yeah, my dentist is like right down the street from there. But yeah, we did that. It started raining, so we left after I got my tennis shoes, and then we went to dinner that night at this really nice place called Garden Grace, Guard and Grace. It's downtown. Really, I like steak, so they always take me to a really nice steak restaurant. It was very nice and fancy schmancy. They picked the best places. And then on Sunday, I took my mom out to. I'm sorry, y'all. Took my mom out to brunch. There's hair hanging everywhere. My mom out to brunch, and then last on my list, I went to a kind of a concert. It was a comedy club. Had rented out a space at the Humble Civic Center, and there was the Grammy Award winning Mickey Howard and an awesome violinist was there also, who I actually recommended to the owner of that comedy club, and she was good. The sound was bad. Whoever did the sound,
oh really?
They should have been fired. But it was nice. It just was that the sound was awful. And then I said that was last. The last thing on my list, I would have just hung out with my kids at my daughter's house since my daughter was leaving this morning, and we just hung out and talked and messed around with the dog, and that was it. Wow. So I had a great, and I'm expressing this. I'm emphasizing this because I don't want people to think I'm always doom and gloom, because I'm not. I have a great family, and to be honest with you, anytime I hang out with my family, my immediate family,
right,
I have a good time. I really do. We have a great time, and we all love each other, and it's just and bringing it down a little bit smaller. Anytime I'm with my children, I really cherish that time so much, because when they get older, they got things to do.
Yep.
So you don't get much time. So I cherish, and even new moms, I always tell them, cherish every little second, every little millisecond that you have, because tomorrow they're going to be grown and gone, and they're not going to have that much time for you.
Yeah.
So I cherish every moment.
I feel for them mothers. This is May, so you know what's happening in May, and my heart goes out to some of those mothers with those children. It's graduation time, so wow, it's an exciting time, and tip my hat to all the graduates. I love that
too. I hate to cut you off, but I love that too. That graduation tends to fall on Mother's Day weekend. Right. I always like that.
Yeah. It's and a lot of those graduates, and your babies are leaving home, and I know some of them be like, "Oh, I can't wait." I'm telling you, you know what? You gonna walk in, if they was in that room and they gone, you gonna walk in that room a time or two. You gonna sit there and be hoping you hear their voice, even if you want to scream at them. But yeah, it gets like that sometimes, and. But yeah,
I love it. I'm excited. You have a little bit of sadness, but I started thinking about it that's what we raise them up to do. We raise them up to go out and do great things. And I'm proud of both of my children. They're doing great things. So do I get a little empty nest syndrome sometimes? I actually suffered with it really bad, but it's gotten much better. And I'm just happy when I do have time, and I love watching them grow up and have their own little minds and do little things. But I will say this to what you said about people missing their kids. It goes back to kind of what you said yesterday, and I don't really want to do too much negativity today, but it goes back to what you said last week about involved parents. I do know people that still be telling me, "Girl, you miss your child." That's because you weren't involved. And those that don't really, like what you said last week, don't, because they was ready to get them on out so they can go and do their thing,
Yeah, I mean, I just, again, I'm not knocking any of it. I just applaud the kids that are graduating. No,
I was speaking on when you were saying it's sad.
I know what you're talking about. Them,
oh, okay.
them. I shouted out to the involved people. There's a difference.
Yeah, no, I was saying because you mentioned a second ago that y'all gonna be crying when they gone. I'm saying it's some that ain't. Them ones, yeah.
Well, I sure would crying.
Thank you. You like my hat, Miss Julie? Thank you. I love this hat. I had another one and I lost it. I had to go hunt me another one down.
What about my hat, Miss Julie? You don't like my hat?
Do you like his hat, Miss Julie?
I'm petty.
Never.
I'm petty.
Guess what else today is?
What is today?
It may not be today. I don't know if it's actually. I think it's today. It's the anniversary. What anniversary is it?
No, tomorrow is the actual.
Tomorrow. We celebrating today.
Tomorrow is. Oh, you talking about the interview?
Yes.
Yes. Look, you snuck that one in on me. I was glancing and I was like, no, she didn't. She slipped that in on me. Yes. If y'all don't know what she's talking about, tomorrow will mark the 1-year anniversary that the Little Diva. Well, no, it was Chat with Trina, the host of Chat with Trina.
You still say I think you have a queen on the flyer
that made her appearance on my Worthless 2 Cents Table Talk. It was tomorrow be 1 year, and it is and I tell y'all, it has been a tremendous time, a tremendous amount of growth and friendship that has occurred. Oh, thank you, Miss Julie. I still appreciate it.
You had to make you feel better, Miss Julie.
I wasn't trying to twist your arm or nothing. Yes, I was. Thank you, Julie.
He don't want me to be cute by myself.
Well, look, haters can't live alone now. You gotta have 1 or 2 haters. I'm trying to hate on the head. I need some too.
Yeah.
But no, it has. I am truly. That's twice today. I'm gonna get you on it. That's twice today. You got me twice today. That early this morning you sent that.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry, you got me 3 times. You called me, and then you did a post, and then later this evening you did another one. So, I thank you for your friendship. I really do. I appreciate it. I thank you for my co-host. Was one of those that I had admired and I had watched and I had per se understudied
Please.
the business and how she conducted herself and her interviews and her shows that led me to step out on this faith walk and this journey to try to do this thing. And what was started off as just an interview has turned into a tremendous friendship, and I'm grateful. I still learn from her. She's still a queen. She still know all the stuff about the business.
I learned more from him than he really have because he is a is it minister?
I am.
Is that what I was saying? A minister. He is very strong in his faith. So that's what I enjoy and I'm excited about in the friendship that we've had, that we've built, because you don't make me feel uncomfortable about things. I don't have to be perfect, which is, I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to be this other person. I can come as I am. And I still ain't gonna let you see me without makeup too much. Man. But it's a real comfort. And so I made our title because I try not to do titles, but today I was like, I gotta say something. But authentic friendship is something authentic, and I'm gonna stop using the word loyal. Me and my daughter had that conversation the other day. I'm gonna quit using loyal. I do personally think that there's some type of loyalty in friendship. But I think it's more so authentic. Are people really your friends? Are these really your friends? Do they authentically, and as Country Boy always says, unapologetically accept you like you are? Do you have to go somewhere and feel like you have to be a different person in front of them? And I'm not saying that doesn't make them your friend, because you do, but a real friend is someone that you can just come as you are and you know that it's going to be okay.
Right.
I had some people who were my friends at one time that we used to give an event together. And I'll never forget them saying, well, we don't know what day you going to come in feeling like whatever, and how you going to be looking at how you going to be acting. And I get that to a certain extent. But I felt the same way. But I would never say that because they were my friends. So I accepted them, today may be not a good day.
Right.
tomorrow may be a better day. I accepted them in whatever way they came. I mean, one of them bammed his fist on the table at me one day, but that didn't make me say, well, I don't like you no more. I just felt his testosterone got to him. But otherwise, I was like, okay, well, he in a bad mood. I mean, I don't know. But to hear people, they say certain things to you,
Right.
even, you know, someone said the other night, I know they didn't mean any harm. Actually, it was my cousin. She said, someone came in. I knew a lot of people at the place I went to the other night. I wasn't expecting to know anybody, but I tend to know a lot of people. Well, she said, because someone said, oh, Trini, you just know everybody. And I was about to say something, but she said, well, that's because she go out all the time. Well, I'm getting sick of people saying that because that ain't it. I mean, and I do move around, but my kids
Right.
always say, Mom, or my oldest daughter, she'll say, Mama, you have raised your children. They're successful. You've gone to school. You don't owe any explanations to anybody for what you do.
Right.
However, it does bother me because that's not why I know people.
Right.
I'm a part of organizations. I'm out in the community. I do things. So, things like that, to where, like you, I don't have to, even though I do sometimes, but I don't have to explain to you if I say I'm going out or I'm going to the club. You ever tell when I'm trying to say, no, I'm not going out, I'm going to listen to live music. You see me hear me say that? Yeah. But it still makes me feel
And
some
that's,
kind of way.
but that's for me. I think a lot of people really don't have. I mean, it's a rarity, and I think it is a rarity, and I don't think people will really admit how rare it is to have a genuine friendship. A lot of people, and even like ours, where we have a friendship, a strictly platonic friendship, that people be like, oh, well, you can't, but you can when
You
it's
can.
genuine. When it's genuine, and you have a friendship, and you support each other, and you're there, and that's the thing, is you're not judging. You're not saying, hey, yeah, trust me and my big mouth, I might say some things, and the same thing with the little diva. But that's what a friendship is. It's about bouncing ideas, bouncing thoughts, sharing with each other, and not judging. Um, and when you can create that with the blessing of the good Lord, when you can create that, when you can have somebody that's in your corner and on your side, because that's a two-parter. Because a lot of
Yeah.
times you can have people in your corner, but they ain't on your side.
Then on
When
your
you can
yep.
have somebody that's in your corner and on your side, and truly it wants the best for you, and is not trying to hold you back from being, but encouraging you to be, that's rare. I don't think it should be rare. I just believe that that's how it should be. But
Mm-hmm.
is it really that way? No. And that's kind of like, when in my show last week, when I was saying some things, and I guess some people may have taken it wrong. When I was talking about my fantasy land, this is the land that I live in. What I was saying was this: there's certain things that a lot of people don't view as 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 real.
Mm-hmm.
The realness is, you should be able to have that person or those people. I don't know how big nobody's clique is. My clique is so small, Lord, you could, man, it's very thin. But when you have those people that are around you, that genuinely are there, that genuinely support, that genuine, and they're not asking.
For anything.
Well, and I have to correct that part about asking for anything, because I think, well, maybe not asking, but we're all expecting. If that's even expecting us to do better, expecting us to succeed, expecting us to come up out of whatever we're in, I think we're all expecting something from other people, but we're not asking. We're not. It is not the determining factor of if I'm gonna be here. Okay, well, guess what? You don't want to change. Well, I ain't gonna be around you no more. Well, guess
Yeah.
what? If you always got an ugly attitude, well, I'm not gonna be around. We're that thing at the end of the show, unconditional. Unconditional. When we can offer that to people, we get to see a different side of people. We get to see people who really start to open up and be themselves. And I'm grateful. I am. And I thank you so much for your friendship. I thank God for allowing us on this journey, um, to meet and to come together and to grow in this friendship and to be able to be a light unto the world. And I'll take that.
And be an example of what friendship is,
Yes.
and again, we've had this conversation that people say, oh, a man and a woman can't be friends, and I got what 3, 4, 5 male friends that I thought was my besties that they gone because they got women and the women feel like they can't be friends with me. Like, child, my saying, child, you wouldn't have them if I wanted them. So I didn't want them. I gave them to you. I know that's ugly. That's the way I feel. But because I don't want them. They were my friends.
Right.
But what I will say also is that I did have to apologize to a friend today. Because I can be a little selfish with my friendship. And she's a younger friend, but she's a very good friend, love her to death. She used to work for me. She used to be one of my servers at one of the venues I worked at. And she announced she's having a baby. And congratulations. I'm super excited. She's going to be a great mommy because she's a great auntie. But she posted, when she posted it, I was shocked. But she's had a few things that have happened in her life that I wasn't a part of, that I didn't know about, and other people knew. And I said, wow, I didn't even know. And I still say congratulations, but that was something I could have left that alone. And that's something I'm learning too. I say things sometimes that I could have left alone. So I thought about it, and one of our other friends kind of said something that I thought was pretty smart ass, but it was okay. I said it was wrong, so I'll accept her. I'd actually tried to call her, she didn't answer, so I figured she didn't want to have a conversation, which is cool.
Right.
But I contacted my friend that this was going on, and I sent her a long text message because she a millennial, so she text message. We couldn't talk. But I texted her and just told her, that I'm so happy for her and that I apologize for being the selfish, for being a selfish friend. And that I understand that you have the right to tell people, what you want to tell them when you're ready. I said, I just felt left out, and I love being a part of your life, and we've been such good friends, and I share so much. But that is me. That is what I do. I can't expect for you to do that same thing. And I don't want to take any of this away from your good news of having a baby, So one thing about me, if I know I'm wrong and someone brings to me, and the person brought it to my, they did it in a smart way, smart alecky way, but it did make me think about it. And so, and one thing about me, and that's what people don't tend to understand. Sometimes someone says something, or they make a move, or they do something wrong, or something that's not correct. Don't just go off and talk about them, and don't write them off. Say something.
Right.
Did I like the way she said it? No. But she said what she said the way she said it because I needed to hear it. And it made me immediately stop, get myself together, and send her a genuine apology. And we actually end up having a good conversation. We're gonna go have and I'm gonna take her out to eat, whatever. She's told her she's still my baby girl and my BFF that make me drink shots. And so we all good. But the point is, that's another thing. Being able to be okay with your friend being wrong and accepting, being open to accepting them apologizing for something that they may have done. And I don't want to say it wasn't intentional, but this person is a good person and they're your friend, but you're just going to write them off because they said something that may not have been nice. And this person is this person's personality. And she did send back and said, thank you so much for understanding. She has an angel baby. Do you know what an angel baby is? She lost the baby. So when a woman loses a baby, they call that their angel baby. So she lost the baby. And that was something why I really felt insensitive when she reminded me that that's why she wasn't telling everyone at the moment. So I felt bad. But again, friendship, that's what it's about. Recognizing when you're wrong and being open to saying you're wrong and accepting whatever consequence she gave me back. If she just said, girl, I don't ever want to talk to you again, I would have had to accept it. But it ended up being a great conversation. She asked me about my life. I asked her about her life. We're going to catch up. And that is what friendship is about. That is
it. You were so correct. It is about that, and the amazing thing.
Well, I look like my mama today, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I look just like my mama today. Okay, go ahead. Sometimes I do be in the mirror and I'm like, dang, I look like Jillian. But okay. Nothing wrong with that. My mom is a beautiful, gorgeous woman, but I'd be like, dang, I look like her. But go ahead. I'm sorry. So sorry.
The amazing thing is what's wonderful is to sit here and be a part of your growth.
Mm-hmm.
And as a friend to be able to say, wow, it's amazing that I've been blessed and am blessed to hear your growth and to witness it. To hear you say, you know what, somebody said something, but I ain't just go off and snap off. Now they might have said it in a way, but wait a minute, I had to take not how they said it, but what they were saying.
That
Growth,
part.
growth.
That is definitely growth. You're so right. You're so right.
Oh, growth is hmm. Maybe I did. Maybe I should go up. Growth. See, because some people don't understand, and then saying, you know what, I don't know how they're going to receive this. I don't know what the consequences may be, but what I need to do is as a friend say, hey, you know what, I apologize, and then accept the consequences that come after that because that's what friends. That's what that thing. It's being able again. It's understanding that that's someone who I have connected with, someone who has poured and we poured into each other, someone who's just more than an a fly by night acquaintance. And this means something. I can't say that I can save it, but what I can say is I can step up and do my part.
Right.
Man,
Yeah.
that's
And I
growth.
even put that with, I think it's so funny. I hadn't even thought about this part. But that, and it does, because this person means a lot to me. There are people in this world, that they don't, you might need to be letting that friendship go away. But uh, what I think about now that we're talking about this is that, you know how you had the issue with someone at work and it just bothered you until you had to go have that conversation. And then and I was telling you, it's so hard for me to have conversations with people because I feel like it becomes confrontational. Because I've had some friends that I've gone to and said, hey, let's, and it ends up being a
Right,
whole disaster. So that's
right.
why I was have been not doing that. And I just let it go. But you were saying last week something, you said it again. Sometimes you have to, maybe that's what this lesson is you're trying to learn, that you have to start approaching people. You have to
Yeah,
approach it and face it.
right,
I don't think it's warranted in all occasions. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I think
right. No, no,
you
no,
have
no,
to
no.
think
Yeah,
about and pray about it, of course. Is
yeah,
it now? I'm gonna tell you, I didn't have to pray about that today. I knew what the right thing was to do. I knew it in my heart what the right thing was to do. But that makes me think about when you say that sometimes you have to just go ahead and face
right.
the monster and keep it moving.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree, because sometimes you're right. That other part, some relationships, friendships, courtships, whatever you want to call them, or that flame has burnt out. That candle is burnt. Like look, this is no, this anchor right
It's
here.
not working.
Sometimes you just have to cut bait. Sometimes you just have to cut bait. And that's
Love
okay.
people from afar.
Yes. But when you know that you have, at least if you do that, you say I still believe you say what it is. Hey, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? I was listening to something. The one thing that I have really just leaves a in me is that word ghosting.
Ghosting.
That because I've experienced it and I may have done it.
Mm-hmm.
That bothers me. That is what is that thing? That sticks in my craw right there. That right there. Because I don't think that it is too much be- to say to someone, hey, this friendship, you
This
know, is
relationship.
this relationship is not, it's not conducive to where I'm going. I still care about you. I still respect you. Um, but however, or whatever you want to use, whichever word, but however, it is not something. that we can continue on. We can continue on. We can be cordial, but that, but to just up and not. Let me tell you the damage personally that does for me. It leaves people wondering, okay, what did I do? Or wait a minute, what didn't I do? Or why did they just? Or what was it? You
Yes,
know, why would
yes.
you want to leave somebody in a
It's traumatic
and it
in
really
some
is.
cases.
And people, I think people just, I don't care if it's something that you can't handle or what. I think somebody was saying something about, sometimes you get close to someone and if you get emotionally close and you don't know how to handle it, so you ghost. And that's terrible.
It's
That's
terrible. I
it
even
is
had someone
terrible.
tell me that uh 'cause some conversation we were having, and he was saying, "Yeah, my birthday party, it might be that people there that still think they have a part of me or something like that." I said, "So you got people out here thinking they still with you?" And he said, "Well, because if you tell them, they're gonna be saying, well, it wasn't me. Let's fix it. Why?" But that's what you gotta face sometimes, dude. And no offense to you or any other man, but men do it a lot, and they think nothing of it, because they don't want to face those facts. Yes, women, as women, we do that. We do, and I'm just straight up. Well, what did I do? Is it something I
Right.
can fix? We always want to fix it if it's someone that we really love or we really care about. And that's even in friendships and romantic relationships. We want to know, what did we do? And it may not be nothing in on the man side of things. It may not be anything that you did.
Right.
I just don't want to be with you no more. So instead of them being able to have that conversation and get that what they may get, they'd rather just say deuces, which is traumatic.
Right.
I even Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and for those that like friendships, how can you
Mhm.
spend some time with somebody, or say you care about somebody, or say you love somebody, and then all of a sudden you dip out on your friend? You just how that is not something you do. If that well, it is if that person was not truly your friend,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
again, it goes back to what we were talking about in the beginning, friendship, and being a then you can be able to that should be a safe place where you can be able, hey, you know what, these things that you're doing or this life that you're leading, um,
Yeah.
man, we cool, but we
They
can't be
ain't
hanging.
it.
Right, but you have that conversation. How you gonna be my friend, but you done bounce?
Or you don't agree with something that I'm telling you. I may give you some advice. I have a family member that gave someone that she thought was like her bestie,
Right.
and gave her some advice, her opinion about something, and she gone. She gone. She didn't.
That's insane in the membrane. That's one of the, that's
I
insane.
like that.
Just because you okay,
Disagree.
we don't. Who agrees on who?
Who
First and
wants? I mean,
foremost, that's what
that's
I'm finna
what
say.
makes
That
right
part, that's what I was. Who want to be around somebody that agree with everything?
everything.
Oh,
Yes.
I ain't got no opinion on that.
Yes.
Oh,
Or
I
they
ain't got.
just they it's a guy that I know. Well, he's not a good friend of mine anymore. But anyway, someone that I used to know, he has an issue with, I'm gonna just say women. He doesn't want, well, I'm gonna just say people. He doesn't want people to disagree. He does
Well,
not think well, the world goes around with that. That's what makes I don't want to date anyone who's exactly like me.
right, because
First of all, I wouldn't be able to take them, but because I'm a lot. I'm a whole lot. You gotta be somebody special. You this one right here. Take a
my
special type
my
of person.
brothers, I'm praying for y'all.
Woo! That was funny.
And I agree. Who wants to be with somebody who doesn't have? Who wants to be with a robot? I can't think on my
Yeah.
own. I have no opinion. I have nothing. I'm gonna just go along with what you say. Who?
Nobody but a job, but employers, companies, corporations. They want you to be robots.
They do. They do. That's why they be failing
Look,
too.
that's a whole topic for a whole nother show, another 2 hour show.
But that's I just and I'm sorry I got off on the ghosting thing. I just that
No, you're
thought
right. That's
is about don't call me your friend. Don't call me your what are they your rider, your buddy, your ace boon. But then you just boom, you gone.
yeah.
What? You don't there's nothing that happened because again what you said was so true. That is traumatic. That leaves like this, huh? But I mean, if you don't care to be with I mean, just tell them, look, I don't care to be around you no more.
I mean,
If
and
you don't like seeing them face to face, send a text.
there's a young lady. I'm gonna have to have her on our show one day. Her name is Seal the writer,
Mhm.
and she writes books, but she's also motivational. She was an educator, but she had a workshop one time that I didn't attend, but someone told me about it, and then I asked her about it. But anyway, you think about friendships. It's called difficult conversations.
Mhm.
And matter of fact, in that book we read in our book club, same thing. She did challenge us then. But anyway, you think about this particular friend and you say, is this worth the difficult conversation? Or is this one that we just let go?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Is
Right.
this friendship worth? Is it non-toxic? Is it keeping you, if you did something to me, I would be losing something. I would be losing
Right.
a big part of my life and someone who cares and someone who adds to my life, right?
Right.
So I would have the difficult conversation. It would be worth having a very difficult conversation with you. But someone who's not adding anything to my life, they're probably taking more from me
Right.
than I have, and it's just always something. It's just always something. That would be one you say that's on the list that I'm going to let that go. It is
Right.
not worth having a. So I don't know if it's the same as ghosting, but it's not worth having a conversation. You still, hey, what's up? How you doing? But
Right. I
that's
mean, but that, and that's I understand that. I'm talking about the whole you just poof.
just gone.
You just poof.
We don't hear from you. Where? Yeah,
Yeah, that and I understand we grow. We all
yeah.
grow. We all grow, and people
Hopefully,
grow. And sometimes, well, yeah, some folks do stay the same. Boy, they still spinning that wheel. They
yeah,
still stuck in that mud. But as you grow and you mature, and yeah, the interests become different, and you grow. But you still, as you say, hey, how you doing? That's not ghosting. I'm talking about the up and just vanish. You just poof and you gone.
yeah.
Um, you have to. I mean, I believe that you respect. I don't think people have respect. They say the words, but I don't think people have respect for friendship. Um,
No, I don't think so. I don't think they take it. I think, let me not say all, but a lot of people don't take it seriously.
right,
Even claiming things and people that even claiming people who are as your friends, which should
mhm,
be like me. I be thinking everybody my friend, child. So you want to dance? All the people that I was dealing with, I saw them as my friends. And,
right,
and I know I talk about my daughter a lot, but we talk a lot and she gives really good advice. But she said to me, Mama, I think what hurt you so much about that situation was that you saw those people as your
as your
friends
friend,
versus seeing them
right,
as customers,
right,
clients,
right,
and you took them in as your friends or as people that's in this organization that I belong to. You took them all into your heart and into your being as people that you cared about and you thought they cared about you as well. And that's what hurt. So when I say that, I'm saying that to say that sometimes people aren't really, you're in an organization, these people are I mean, like at work, they're your colleagues. They're
right,
I learned a big lesson about, I'm an open book. I just, you have a work bestie. Well, I found out my work bestie talk a lot. So and so you got to be careful about what you say to certain people until you find out they your friend. Like, are
right,
they your friend? Are these people that you can trust to talk? Because I do I it's hard for me to decipher who is a friend
hmm,
versus someone who's your acquaintance. And I claim people as my friend all the time. Now, as I'm growing, I tend to say my friend. Then I was like, oh, no, that's my acquaintance, or this is something. I'll
right,
change it up as I'm having the conversation because I'm learning that that's not really not your friend.
right. And
Also,
I was gonna say, and that's fine when and we grow and we do. we do get that. And a lot of times we find people or we're around people and we enjoy them, but then we do find like, oh,
Yeah.
uh,
You be wanting to be your friend too.
you,
There's a girl that I hang out with sometimes. Man, she is the epitome of fun. Like so much fun. I
right,
want her to be a true friend, but she's just not. And it's no fault of her own. It's nothing that she did. It's just the way she rocked. And I
right.
watched that. She, if I say let's do something, it became to where I had to really think about it. Dang, I want to be her friend. I want her to come and roll with me. I want her to do stuff and hang out. And I've seen, through, people show you their action through
Uh-huh.
actions, and I even tell my daughter, I'd be like, man, she would be so much fun because she is a good time. Anytime we do go somewhere, but that's what it's meant for. It's meant
Right.
for, hey, when we hang out and have a good time and we roll out, move on with our lives. It's hard for me to deal with because I'd be like, you should come on, be friends with me. Let's be friends.
Then
Come
you
go
be
out.
mad.
Let's
Then
go
you go.
travel.
Then you're gonna be mad. See, because
Yeah.
it's so funny. Is the fact is we put locks on everything but our space,
Mm,
and we start allowing people into our space that don't belong.
that don't belong. Yeah.
And no fault of theirs. They
Yeah.
just
And
they're
they're
just
not bad people.
no.
They
I'm
just
not saying
don't
that
belong.
they don't belong. They might belong. They belong in somebody's space. Everybody belongs somewhere. They belong in somebody's space, but
Yeah.
it's not ours.
It's
Y-
not
You know,
ours.
and when what we do a lot of times, in my opinion, this is my worthless 2 cents,
Hmm.
is we invite people into a portion of us, but we forget there's more of us, and then we start allowing them into other portions of us that they have no business being in. You can be my business. We could talk business, but as far as now, oh well, we don't talk business for so long. Let me tell them some personal stuff. That ain't You should have kept that one business, cause
Right.
now you done put them into a situation where they can't even handle it.
Yeah.
They don't know how to handle it. They've never had anybody share that kind. And anybody that and you run around, you find some other folks that know them, be like, I know you didn't tell them your business.
Yeah, that part.
I mean, because they don't know you didn't tell them.
Or
But
it comes back to you. Everything you said is
yeah,
regurgitated back to you.
because we have allowed them into a space where they didn't have the capacity to handle it.
Exactly.
They're not meant. They ain't meant to fly the plane. They just meant to be the stewardess, and that's okay. They,
It is okay. It is
let them
okay.
be stewardesses,
It's okay.
and keep them back there. When the pilot call for help, don't let them go up there.
Don't let them go.
Don't
Lead
let
them,
them.
lead them
Leave.
serving the food.
Yes,
Whatever
yes,
they're
yes.
doing.
Look, y'all,
Dipping on
show
the
them where
people.
the oxygen mask is at. Don't you try to go up there. You show them where the mask and things at, and
Oh
the
God.
flotation devices. Don't.
While we're talking about friendship, sometimes, we it kind of goes with it, kind of not, but I had to bring this up today. We talk about friends who support, you
Mhm.
know, and so this wasn't even a friendship, but there's a girl that
Hey,
was on,
Bernice.
huh?
I was saying, hey,
Oh,
Bernice.
hey, Bernice. So it was a girl on The View. Y'all know, I don't know if y'all know this, but I love The View. That was one of the biggest reasons I couldn't give up cable because I need to see The View and the 10 o'clock news, period. So, excuse me. Something is going on with my cough today. I can't get rid of this cough. Anyway, when we let me just tell you the quick story. So I was watching The View, it was one day last week, and it was a girl came on. Her name is Aura James, and she is a fashion brand, an activist, blah blah blah, black woman, and she's an award-winning fashion designer. And she talked about in 2015, 2016, she was going through a struggle, didn't know how she was going to pay her rent, getting ready to get put out,
Right.
but she was making these fashions. And she said, oh, not Oprah Winfrey, Lord, Whoopi Goldberg came out, I think it was Jimmy Kimball, and he had on her shoes.
Mm.
She wore, and Whoopi tends to do that. If she finds a black owned, someone's doing something black, she will wear their stuff. But she wore those shoes. And this girl was about to get put out of her house She said the night she decided to wear those shoes on that Jimmy Kimmel show, not even knowing this girl, that's where her success came.
Wow.
The next day, shoes went up to thousands and thousands and thousands of people buying those shoes because she just wore them on the show. That was it. She wasn't trying to get no fanfare. She don't know this woman from Adam. She liked her shoes, bought them, and she wore them. And to me, what that made me think about, and now when we say 30, she was about to be evicted. She prayed for a miracle that day, actually, and that's when that night, and she talked about the shoes. Sales went through the roof, and her statement was support of small businesses. It makes all the difference in the world.
Yes.
And I say that to say, friends, family, that I think I said this on here before, that I really want to change the narrative. It should be changed, that the narrative is friends and family. You can't count on friends and family to be your supporters. They're not your customers. I mean, that's just every business. I belong to Bedroom Candy, and I was a salesperson for them. That was one of the things they said in our training. Those are not your customers. Like, everybody says it. And the narrative to that needs to be changed. 1, 2, this just told a story of all you have to do is do something like that. She just wore her shoes and talked about them. So even if you don't like it, you pass it on, tell somebody else about Chat with Trina, My Words Are 2 Cents, speak on it. Things, events someone's having. My sister is giving away this hug in a bag that she's gonna talk about on your show on Wednesday, that she gives absolutely free of charge, to recognize people with breast cancer. How hard would it be, or what success could you make or someone have from that by you just being a friend to say, you know what, my friend is doing this. Oh, girl, my friend, they might just look at that one time to be nosy.
Right.
But guess what that's going to do? That person may like something in her and go tell that next person. And that will make success. Yeah. You know what I mean? That little bitty thing of her. And it just, I had to rewind it and write it down, because I was like, I got to talk about that, because that is such a big deal. Now, what I also said in that, as I'm sitting there thinking about it, reflecting on it, I was saying, now, it makes you weigh things. People know this, right? People know that's all they got to do is tell other people. Uh-huh. So is it that you don't tell other people because you don't want the person to be successful? You hate to think that, but
you don't
want to. And it goes both ways. The person could not do it just because they don't think about it, or they don't realize how important that is, or how you can help somebody. But on the other hand, you got those that, they got that quote out there that says, it's not that your friends don't want you to be successful. They just may not want you to get above them. Like, it could be so many different things, but it's simple as this.
Yes. Oh, I totally agree. And I want to put a pin, and I want to say something to Miss Julie. Mm-hmm. I want to tell her thank you. Let me tell y'all something. I can post something. I've seen you, Queen, post something, and she will share it. That right there.
Definitely.
So
we love you, Miss Julie.
It means so much. And it's not where I'm not getting anything from the things that I share with people, other than giving them encouragement. Mm-hmm. I share with people things to encourage them not to give up, to keep pushing. The Little Diva does the same thing, shares, because we believe in supporting one another. Hey, I remember a time I ain't had nobody supporting me.
Yeah.
You
have a million folks claiming to be your friend.
True.
Well, when the last time you were, I get smart. I be talking to people and they'll bring up something that I know I didn't talk about on my show. I said, well, if you watch my show, you probably would have heard me talk about that. Somebody the other day posted, oh my God, I'm going to tell you what they posted. Whatever they posted, it was something I just got through talking about. They were posting about the legislature, what's going on in the legislature now. Do you remember what just happened 2 weeks ago? I had a state senator on my show talking about, y'all need to be aware of what's going on in this. Okay, so you know I had to type it. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Had you watched? You should have watched my. You should watch my show sometimes because I had to stay centered on talking about those same things. Sure did.
And you know, and I so I so wish, I have been, for me and you both, and I pushing other people,
Yeah.
pushing people and pushing things that come along, things for kids, things for adults. It doesn't matter to me. I just think that I say so much, so many times that there's so many things going on. It doesn't hurt me to share somebody's stuff. It doesn't hurt me
Doesn't hurt.
to
It
to
don't cost
serve.
you anything.
And look, and I ain't trying to get no goody points from them. Look here?
Sometimes I don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
then again, I like to advertise. I like to put my 2 cents in stuff, you know. But that's just me. That's just me. I like to do that, and I think that everybody deserves a chance. I think that everybody deserves a chance. If you have something going on, we say it all the time. If you got something going on, come on, tell us about it. We don't care. But again, I don't know, and that's a good question. Why won't people? Why won't people? Even if you don't like it, why won't you share?
and
Even
let's
if
and let's take it back to our topic. Why won't our friends, people who call themselves our friends, or friends? Or, I mean, my thing is, when I added it up today, I've been needing 500 subscribers to my YouTube channel. When I've been wanting 500 views, subscribers on my YouTube channel. Got 357. All I need is 143. Now I know way more than 143 people. I know way more than 500. Why I can't get them people to tap?
yeah.
I got enough family members to meet half of that. If y'all ever heard of the Curvey, Curbey, if y'all ever heard of them, it's a whole slew of us. They the Curveys, they the Overshawns, all us. We right here in Houston, Tejas. I got
And
enough to where I should
I
have
mean, and sometimes people be like, well, you this that thing. Well, they got this person over here doing this, or this no. Why are you worried if they over there? Are you doing it? Well, they got they.
right.
If that makes any sense, you worried if well they had 20 people watching. Well, why couldn't you be 21?
Why can you be 21? I
Why
might
are
need
you
it.
worried? Why are you
Just
worried
like
about what the
voting.
other 20? Exactly. That's
Yeah.
it. That's
Just
the
like
part.
voting. You be like, oh, well, I ain't gonna go and vote because ain't no need of me voting. You might be that one vote
Yes.
that would have pushed us over the edge to get.
Yes.
And on that note, y'all need to be paying attention to what's going on with the legislature right now. You need to be paying attention to what's going on in this world because while we over here battling with each other and talking about people and being worried about the wrong thing, they being distracted. They over here doing some things. The man in Florida has taken all money from inclusion in Florida. Like, no, yeah, that means there won't be programs to make sure that there's an equal amount of colors of the rainbow in the school or at work, in the office, So that has nothing to do with what we talking about. But I had to just plug that in since we said that. Y'all need to be paying attention because I'm gonna tell you, Trump is the front runner, the front Republican, the front runner for president. And we cannot do this again. Do you see how far back we are in these 4 years that we in right now? Do y'all see how far? I never thought we'd see those days. We gonna be drinking out different water fountains after a while. So please, I see you trying not to laugh, but so please, y'all, please, let's pay attention to what's going on. I know we don't like. I do like politics, but I know everybody don't like politics. I know y'all don't like the news, but y'all got to find some kind of way to find out what's going on, to stay on top of things, and we gotta do something. We can't be just sitting here chilling because it ain't the time to chill.
All I will say is
Mm-hmm.
on that, and I'm not a news person, but I will say this is let's not be hoodwinked and bamboozled.
Oh, I thought you were going to say let's not be hood.
And that's that that's the part I will say. Let's not be hoodwinked and bamboozled. And I'm not, I ain't got no political nothing, but I will say
Yeah.
this: just pay attention, listen, listen to what's
And you
going
can't
on.
just read crap. I'm sorry, country boy. I'm on my stool.
That's fine.
Do not. Social media is not the unless you're watching chat with Trina, unless you own chat with Trina page. It is social media is not the place to get your information from.
No, don't
You
do
can
it.
read.
Yeah, don't do
You
that.
can read. If you don't have to watch it. You can go on CNN. You can go so many places and get what you need to know. Don't just hear Johnny Sue saying, "Child, no, that ain't what's happening." You've got to read for your. You got to read stuff for yourself. You can't make your decisions by what your friend said or what you just can't. You've got to read the information for yourself,
Yeah.
but then also talk, speak,
And,
talk about it, tell
and,
people.
and I will say this again. I ain't political, but I will say this. Understand something. If you live anywhere and you pay taxes anywhere, you have a right to call your elected official and get an answer.
Absolutely.
If you don't, but you ain't got to listen to me. And I don't know nothing, but I do know if they are elected officials, you have the right to call them and get an answer
That
from
part.
them. You ain't gotta listen to me. You ain't got to hear nothing I'm saying. You be like that country boy crazy. I am, but I ain't crazy about that. Get the phone number. If you got a question about something, if you're confused about something, you want to know, find your public official. You call. If you
And I'm
don't
gonna
believe
tell
what,
you, they put
go
out a newsletter every week. Jarvis Johnson over here in my district, he puts out a newsletter. There's a bars. They all send out stuff saying contact my office. So do what they say and make them do what they're supposed to be doing. Make them
yeah,
answer. Ask for. They are out here fighting. I mean, I'm not gonna do my fingers because I believe in them, but I am political. I am political, and I speak on it. And I think the only way to get things done is to speak out on it.
yes,
I've interviewed people that said I don't want to get into the politics of things, but I think that if you are like a celebrity or something like that, I think, and a lot of them are, a lot of celebrities are open, but I have spoken to some musicians that don't want to speak out. But the cool thing is, if you know what you're talking about, if you're reading and you're doing the research, you speak out on it. So, and you don't have to tell nobody which way to vote, but you can talk about the facts. You
that's
can
it.
definitely talk about the facts. And again, like what he said, I love it. If you don't know, because I'm gonna tell you something about me, I will tap anybody on their shoulder and ask them what I need to know.
There
Have
you go.
no problem with it. We'll tap you. And my sister-in-law used to do it the best. Girl, who is that you talking to? Okay, I'll be over there in a minute. I'm gonna ask or do whatever it is. I'm talking even. This is so funny. So I'm talking, but when I'm out somewhere, I want to sit down. So if I see somebody sitting at a table, a man by himself with four
Mhm.
chairs, I'm tapping him on my shoulder to say, "Look here, it's three beautiful women over here. Can we have that seat?" Like I will ask because what you
Right,
gonna say, yes or no? But
right.
anyway, on a serious note, yes, reach out to them. That is what they're there for. Reach out to them and they will answer, or if they don't have an answer for you, and then hold them to the fire. Because yeah, country boys, right? Sometimes they say stuff just to rush you out the way. I ain't understand that. That wasn't a clear answer. Can I get a better answer than that?
Right. And
Don't
look,
let
let
them
me
talk
say
about
this. Let me. And I again,
it.
I'm not the
Political.
politician, political, whatever you want to call them things. But
Uh-huh.
I do know this: if you don't get your answer, and you over here with Mama May, and Mama May got a question, then you and Mama May go and ask him. Okay, if he didn't answer or she didn't answer you and Mama May's question, then you, Mama May, and Uncle Floyd got a question. All of y'all go back down there. And I tell you what, if you keep going and you keep calling, let me tell you something. If I don't know nothing else, I do know this. Everybody in office wants to stay there. They ain't trying to leave. So if you keep on bothering them, they gonna come up with an answer because they be like, hold on, this is too much disturbance. We gonna have to come up. We gonna have to go talk to Mama May and Uncle Floyd and Billy and them over there. Cause instead of sitting here, you and Mama May talking about what they doing, but you're not going to them. Cause you and Mama May just sitting around here talking, have a conversation, sitting at the table, but you ain't called the office. of whatever elected official. I don't care if it's county, state, or city. If you want to know, understand, you're screaming about taxpayer dollars, that's what they're paying for.
You quick to say that. I pay my tax dollars. And I'm gonna say this too, y'all. You said something that made me think about this. I'm gonna tell you, if you not out there telling people about it, you know who out there telling people about it and marching, going to town hall meetings. You know who out there doing that? Them Trump, and I'm just gonna say it, Trumpsters. They out there. They are out there at all of the rallies on CNN the other day. The audience was full when he did his little whatever he did. I didn't watch it, but the View tell me stuff because I couldn't stomach it. It was full of his supporters. We need to read, and again, let me say this. If you are Republican, independent, whatever you are, it doesn't matter. Go for who you want to go for. But I'm speaking on Trina. Trina is saying that if you believe in us and our rights and not taking our country backwards again, I mean, how could you even think about how we was taken back 4 years? All these 4 years it took us to get people to come and show their true colors. Show us who they really were, what they really thought about us. Can you imagine another 4 to 8 years? Because it's possible for them to do an 8-year gig.
Well,
right?
I mean, it is. And that, my again, like,
Jesus,
I'm not taking one side or another.
Yeah.
But what I will say is this is I will agree what she just said, and I'm gonna roll on that.
Yeah.
If who you say Trump had supporters out there, they were out there.
They were there.
Okay, they were there. Maybe they called and asked a question. Okay, or maybe they got the answers that they wanted. I'm just saying, every person is entitled to the answer.
Entitled.
You're
Yes.
entitled to it. If you are a citizen of the great United States of America, I don't
That
care
part.
what city, what state, what town, what parish, what
Mhm.
county you are in. If you have a question, call your I'm gonna say this word, elected.
Elected.
I'll say it one more time so y'all understand. Call your elected public
Officials.
official. If you elected them, you have a right. You have a right to say, hey,
And you have an opportunity to roll behinds on the bottom there too.
exactly. If that's what you saw too, that is. But don't sit around and complain. Again, you sitting up talking to Mama May about something, but you ain't called down there to ask them nothing, means nothing.
And the last thing I'm gonna say on that, and we're gonna roll back to friendship before it because it's our time. I'm gonna say this: y'all quick to go to a restaurant and call the manager. You quick to do that. You need to be just as quick to fight for this country, this state. And it's because they ain't no, okay, I'm not gonna get on that soapbox. But I ain't gonna be Trina if I don't say it. How the hell this man end up being the governor again? Boggles my mind. And I'm very angry. But so we're gonna move off of this topic because my blood pressure gonna go up. And my blood pressure machine is not working. So I can't be taking my blood pressure.
Don't get your,
so I'm gonna get off.
blood.
I'm the last thing I'm gonna say on that, y'all. Please find out what's going on. Stay informed. And as Country Boy said, they your elected officials, public officials.
Yes.
You have the right to call. You have the right to go and knock on their door in their office.
You do.
And you see what's going on. All right.
And so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get back to the friendship, but I'm telling you right now, if you go and knock on that door, trust me, if they know, like anybody else, let me tell you something. This is what I know. Like any place else, whether it's a nursing home, whether it's a school, if when somebody shows interest in what's going on, they pay attention to you. If a parent if a parent decides, look here, let me start checking in on the school and checking in and seeing what's going on with my child, guess what? Those people are gonna start doing, paying more attention. Like, hey, you know what? They've been showing up. If you have a parent that's in a hospital or a nursing home and you start going there, trust me, what they're gonna start doing. Wait a minute. Well, Miss May Chillin
Well,
might come up here.
definitely happened with my daddy. Me, the Lowry girls had to show all the way up.
When you start doing that, they pay attention. No different than with your public officials. If you start calling, if you start going, trust me, what they're gonna say is, we're gonna have to start answering some questions. But if you don't have no questions, don't say nothing later on. That's all I gotta say. All right, back to friendship. Don't come talk to the country boy, because I ain't got nothing to say to you. I'm tell you right now. I'm gonna tell
you. So we fixing to wind it down, but again, it's where I got friendships wrote right there. I was gonna start some. I get to write notes. So friendships are they're difficult, but what I'm learning is how to separate. And we have to learn who is literally our real friend, right, who's acquaintance, and who's just there to see you, whatever. Mm-hmm. They're not there to support, and they're not there. It's a sad lesson to learn. I'll say that. It's a sad lesson. I mean, it's a great lesson to learn when you find some friends and they really know they're friends. You talk to them. That's great. Like Country Boy. And with our friendship, I think it's so cool because we didn't know each other. None of this was intentional. This happened at a time that I needed a true friend and to know what a true friend was. I definitely have some good friends. I really do. It's the three girls that three girls that I definitely cherish. We used to go to brunch or lunch or something, dinner or something. We haven't done it in a long time, but I do see them as my friends. But I also see a friendship as someone that we have conversations. It's not, it's you call, I call, we call each other and check up or text each other, and we do. And I don't see what you do, and you don't see what I do as some little thing that you're just doing.
Right.
I don't see, that's just Trina doing something else. Or I don't see it as, and from what I feel, this is my feeling, that people say feelings aren't facts, but I differ. I beg to differ. Feelings are feelings, and they mean something. They mean a lot. And if you have a friend who treats what you're doing that could become a business or might become something big, and they treat it like it's just some little game or some little, that's just, to me, that might be a friend, but it may not be the genuine friend. Does that make sense?
Right.
Your friend should be behind you somewhere back here saying, oh my God, that's so cool. Yep. You know what? I liked the interview you did the other day with so-and-so to let you know that I did watch. I might not have watched for 5 minutes and you don't have to tell me that. But you can say, I was on, I heard you do blah, blah. There's a young lady, I can't call her name right now, and I know her. I know her name because I know her. But anyway, she does watch a lot. And I know her, and she's someone really cool in our dance community. She's a frequent flyer at Chicago Bar and Grill. But she does watch. Her boyfriend told me one day, oh my gosh, she just loves you. She's always watching your show. She's always, so, and she, every so often she'll say something. But the thing about it is, that's what a friend does.
Right.
Even if it's, I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to be friends with no 74-year-old rapper. Sorry. Like, I think that's past. So I had to say that because somebody said that to me the other day. So they be on these judge shows all the time. 95 years old, saying they trying to get their rapping career going. So I ain't talking about that with me. Don't see me like the rapper, like the old school rapper that's still rapping. Don't see me like that. I ain't them.
Miss Julie, come get her. Miss Julie, come get her. I don't know. Miss Julie.
But anyway, So
Julie, I'm calling Miss Julie. Miss Julie, come get her. I don't know where that one went.
oh Lord Jesus, y'all gotta watch Judge Mathis sometime because he might be on there. And I had a nerve to say, "Can I do my rap?" So, but anyway, so my point is, it's really important to me saying that. And sometimes some of the stuff you do, your friends make you feel like that's what it is. And it could be me feeling like that.
If I had a 75-year-old rapper, I'm with him. If I got it, I'm with him.
They be having a gold chain, and they hat turned to the back, and they tennis shoes on. Matter of fact, they used to be on the divorce court, and they woman be on there upset because they still going out to the studio. You don't need to be in this. It's time to get a job. You can do that on the side, but you ain't gonna get a job. Even Trina got a job. Sometimes she got 2 or 3 jobs. But you can't be out here starting your rap career at 75. And you at the studio every time your wife looking for you. And you ain't working because you trying to get your rap career started. No. Just saying. I'm just saying. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Chat with Trina is not the 70-year-old rapper. I am really like what I do. But your friends need to think. My friends, I want people who are my friends to push me and encourage me to do things. So when I say I'm having an event here, there, I need to push me forward. You still laughing?
Grandpa
I don't think I ever got a laugh like that out of you. That's a curse.
Grandpa rap a lot.
Yeah. And you think I'm just saying that, but I love all the Judge shows.
Oh and my goodness.
You should not come to me telling me you at the studio. Well, I gotta be at the studio. That's why I can't get no jobs. I gotta be at the studio. Studio, no. Let's go on and make that a hobby now. We'll get you a job.
What's 75?
Who gonna hire the 70-year-old DJ? I mean, the 70-year-old rapper. Who gonna hire him? Come on the show. And I love me some Bobby Brown. Look, y'all, that is my dude. Been my dude since New Edition was out. He was always my favorite. But even Bobby having to catch his breath on that stage. You know what I mean? So, anyway, friendship.
Oh, buddy.
You gonna make me laugh again. I'm trying to be a serious talk show host.
Okay.
Right now.
75-year-old.
You just took me from one way to the other. I went from politics to the rapper. But I'm so glad I got to say that. Like, that's been on my heart for a long time. It was like deep inside. Like, I had to, matter of fact, look at my shirt I got on, y'all. NWA. Y'all know it's the 50th year of, think about it too. This is the 50th year of hip hop. So if you're 70 years old, you know.
Wait.
So yeah, Miss this fool said MC Aspercream, love it. That's it. MC being gay. That's about all you got.
Oh,
no, I ain't talking about Bobby. I love me some Bobby. I'm just trying to make a point that Bobby be a little out of breath. It don't be the Johnny Gill too, because I went to the show.
Ooh,
they was doing it. They were doing that thing for them to be our age, but just saying. I love them. New Edition. If you somewhere, some kind of miracle that you hear me talking about you, I love you. I love y'all. We all out of breath. I'm a dancer, and I get on that floor after one line dance. I'm out of breath. So I'm talking about all of us. I ain't out here trying to be a rapper or a backstage dancer. So.
Oh my.
But so Country Boy, it's time to wind it on down. We done made everybody laugh. I done made you laugh.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for the 70-year-old rapper. I wasn't ready for that one. Yep, that got me.
Before Country Boy closes out, I do want to say something that this Wednesday night on Chat with Trina, This DJ Heating Pad. My friend, she calls herself the Pink Breasty Sister. She is Tamika. Oh my God, I can't remember Tamika's last name because we just call her Tamika. But anyway, we call her. Yeah, so she's gonna be on Thursday. She is a breast cancer survivor / warrior. I'm so excited to have her on there.
Thursday or Wednesday?
I mean Wednesday. Wednesday she's gonna be on at 7, right before Country Boy show. Who's gonna feature my sister? But she's having a Breasties beauty bar. Since she had breast cancer, she's doing so much for breast cancer survivors, including herself, and she likes to call them warriors. So she's having this big event to where she's looking for makeup artists, she's looking for hairstylists, barbers, anything that can help a woman with breast cancer feel good about themselves. And yes, she's asking you to donate your time as a community service. And she's going to bring these women out, women, men, if they choose to, and she's going to give them a service. She's going to give them a day of getting either get beautified, getting pampered. Yeah, that's the word. So yeah, she's looking for massage, people that do massages. Like she wants to give these, and she did it in Atlanta. She's from Atlanta, so she did it in Atlanta. It was very successful. So click in on Wednesday at 7 on the dot, because I want to be on 7 on the dot, because I want to be out by 8 so I can go to Country Boys show. So y'all can get 2 for 1. So yeah, so it's going to be called the Breasties Beauty Bar. I don't know the date or anything of that, but she's going to come on Wednesday and talk about that. And one more thing, on Monday there is a wonder, and you can check her out on this girl Artasca Strings. She's a new violin. She's not new to everybody. She's a violinist, awesome violinist, up and coming. She has a new album out, but she's going to be on my show Monday. I'm very excited about her. I found her on YouTube and social media, so y'all can go check her out. Artasca Strings. Check her out. She plays up-to-date music with her violin, but you know, they're trying to take music out to school, so this is a good opportunity for you to look and see. So like Country Boy said, you need to be knocking on them doors. We don't need music to be taken out of schools because of people like this, Dominique Hammonds, Lloyd Hughes, like so many musicians that we have doing big things. And if the music gets taken out of the school, it leaves our kids not having this beautiful thing, you know, this music that makes the world go around, that makes the world happy. If you remember COVID, what was making us happy? People coming on, playing music, performing, all those things. So I'm gonna leave that at that. I believe that was all of my notes. Yes, I'm done. Friendship, Lloyd. I'm not supposed to say lawyer, right? Authentic friendships that don't ask for anything in return but friendship.
Right.
I'm done, and I love y'all.
Well, she done. She done. She gonna be rapping in about 20 years. Y'all just be ready.
You almost made me
Yes, sir, Brother Lewis. You are more than welcome to come to the show.
I'm working on the cursing.
Brother Lewis, you are more than welcome to come back to the show. I want to say, if y'all get a chance Wednesday after the chat with Trina, if y'all get an opportunity, y'all pop on in. Table Talk will be back live 8:00 Wednesday. I have a fantastic guest coming. Y'all know I don't do no publicity or no promoting, but I might just do a little something. This lady right here is a fantastic lady right here in the city of Houston. She's doing fantastic things. One of the things I think my co-host talked about is she does, what is it in a bag? It's called
Hug in a Bag.
Hug in a Bag. And she passes these out to different people in the different months. I think that y'all should definitely check her out. She does some more wonderful stuff too. So we're gonna blow her business up. Y'all hear me? We're gonna blow her business up. We're gonna blow it up. Because why are we gonna blow it up? Because we are going to start supporting one another. Now, old Country Boy ain't telling you gotta come support him, okay? Because good Lord, you know, if y'all do, if you don't like what I'm doing, you know what I tell you. Keep on strolling if you don't like me. That's fine. But we have some wonderful people out here, and I'm gonna never get off this soapbox. We have wonderful people out here doing wonderful things. We don't have to look very far. We have restaurants. We have car dealerships. We have insurance people. We have all kind of people out here that are doing wonderful things that are here. They come on the old Facebook and they post their stuff, and folks act like they don't see it because of whatever. Let's stop it. Let's start supporting these people and encouraging. We always talk about what we don't have. See, something I learned, we so focus on what we don't have till we're missing all the things that we do have. We have people that are out here that are trying. And they're doing it because they love it, their passion. And we should support them. We should support them. We should support them. I ain't telling you that you need to. I mean, you should. Because guess what? I'm sure that your child or your grandchild or your niece or your cousin or Billy Ray down there to be working on cars, you want somebody to support him. Guess what? We support them too. As long as they're out here doing some positive things. That's what it's about for me. That's what it's about for us. It's always about sharing and supporting. Don't cost nothing to push that old button. So, and lastly, I always say this is about support. If God has given you a vision, if He's placed a vision inside of you, then go for it. Go for it. Because if He's giving you the vision, trust me, He is going to provide the provision. Old Country Boy has a new saying, and I'm going to start using that thing. If we follow God's instructions on how to build the table, He will seat the people. Y'all can have that one. Y'all can have that one for free. If we follow God's instruction on how to build the table, He will seat the people. You ain't got to worry about who's sitting at your table. Just follow the instructions on what He gave you on how to build that thing. And it'll be full. And lastly, I'm finna close this thing out. I'm finna shut her down. When you woke up this morning,
you gonna wrap it?
I'm gonna wrap it up.
You gonna wrap it?
Come out with the gold chains on. Look here.
One more thing, I'm sorry. For those I didn't get to say it last week, Happy Mother's Day! Belated, but it's all right. Happy Mother's Day. I'm sorry.
Happy Mother's Day Monday. See, that's what you should have said. Happy
Mother's Day Monday.
Bam. Yeah. She finna do it. You better get it.
Oh my God. DJ, Country Boy.
Oh my goodness. Look here. If y'all didn't hear it when y'all woke up this morning and you pop your eyes open, and as you went through the day, if ain't nobody told you, if you done made it here to like 9:35 tonight and you ain't heard it, before you close your eyes, guess what? I'm gonna give it to you. We're gonna give it to you right now. Understand this and understand it from our hearts. We love you. And we love you unconditionally. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. Hey, y'all have a good one. We thank you so very much. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Bernice, thank you so much for watching. You said you finna go to bed. But I do want to say thank you for watching every week, even while you was in Hawaii.
Hawaii, did you bring back some coconuts?
So we gonna hang up, but I wanted to make sure that we shouted her out because she watches every week, even if it's just a few minutes. And
no coconuts, no pineapples.
She watched while she was all up in Hawaii. She was on here. So that means anybody can watch. Because I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't be watching you, Country Boy, if I was in Hawaii. Can I tell you that and be honest? That's a real authentic friend to tell you that I ain't gonna watch you if I'm in Hawaii.
I'm gonna still be on.
All right, okay.
I'm hula hooping. Ain't that how they do it? Ain't that the hula? Oh, it's like this.
People gotta go to sleep.
Oh, God.
We love you unconditionally, and we can't wait to see you this Wednesday because we'll both be on. I'll be on at 7. Country Boy be on at 8. See y'all then. Have a wonderful night.
Have a good one. Thank y'all. We appreciate you. Uh, uh, uh.